So I'm now max funded with Topstep. I just passed the rest of my accounts who have 250k in funding as they allow 550k accounts. I did this without gambling. I did this with a structured approach. Now, for those who don't know, my name is Tradesharpe. I've been trading for 5 years, mainly on personal capital. Back when I started, funding was a lot different. The space was not really as popular. Now, passing account is not impressive, but if done properly, it's a very important step. Getting a payout is, which we'll talk about. So I want to cover these accounts. The first thing I want to show here is this. Basically, this is my transaction history. So I first bought a first 50k just to test out the platform. I passed that. I made a video about that on my channel. Had a 100% win rate, was pretty easy to pass. So if we go to the account, you can see I took a small withdrawal. I'm up. I took a trade on just before this month started. We're only on the 2nd of the month. I didn't trade this account today, so only up 600 on that. This is the first account that I passed, and then all of these you can see I passed today, same ending balance, and they ended up passing. So let's go through the exact trades and explain how I ended up passing these accounts and what I did and what trades I took, because it's not as complex as you may think, and I want to tell you exactly how I did it now to have max funding. So this one was actually an interesting challenge because I started out with a loss. Now, typically, I love to take the first win on my challenge. The main important part here is I was risking 2% per trade. That is going to be annoying when you take a loss first trade. So we can see first trade come into here, boom, 930 loss, basically 2%, a little bit less than 2%, but ended up taking a loss here, lost 930. And what I did on that day is I actually ended my day P&L as 400. I wish they allowed you a little bit of time on the Topstep dashboard so we could look at it on the actual dashboard like they do with your account instead of on the website here, but ended the day here with about $400 loss. Now what I did is I'm going to explain the trade because it won't make sense otherwise. This was the trade I wanted to take. Really unfortunate situation. Took a sell here as we created resistance, closed back in the range, price came back, liquidity grabbed me, and then ended up flipping. I was so annoyed that that happened that I didn't re-enter here on this 5-minute candle. It was just pissing me off. First trade of the challenge, and plus you have 4 other accounts copying. It's just like a frustrating feeling, of course. And I don't want to be buying tons of challenges like I'm showing you here. My transaction history here. Like I'm showing you here, I'm not buying tons of accounts and just trying to pass them from gambling, because that's not the way I do it. And I don't think that's really effective to just try get 2 lucky trades of 1,500. Yes, it will pass your account, but then what are you going to do afterwards? You want to pass it with structured approach, and you'll see with me using just 2% risks and a structured approach, I passed it very easily, even with a loss in the beginning. So took a loss here. What I did is then I started on 1 minute. I have a 1-minute strategy that I use that allows me to scale in and take small wins. So if we go have a look at those small wins, we can see here there's like 250, 325, all of this type of stuff here. Just some small wins. Clawed myself back a little bit of drawdown. Took a loss out of those small wins. Pretty heavy trading day, to be honest. Took about 4 or 5 trades that day, way above what I normally do take. So that was a bit of a hectic day, to be honest, for my standards, but end of the day, minus 450 P&L. The next day we came with a banger, right? So I took that on the 18th, the day after I bought the challenge. And then on the 20th, 19th, I didn't trade. 20th, I traded. I took a $1,550 win here. And that trade looked like this. So I didn't trade on this day here. Didn't see any opportunities that really interested me. And then we were breaking out here on the 20th here, and I just took a simple breakout strategy that I use towards the upside, and it gave me a nice, I could have held more, but the problem is you have consistency rule. So this was the second problem I encountered in this challenge, is I had to make more money in the challenge because I went $50 over consistency rule. This is really annoying. Just $50, then I have to make like $100 extra now in order to pass the challenge. They actually write it here, and I made 98 out of 100, but they still allowed me to pass. They must have a buffer, which is annoying. Otherwise I'd have to make $2, right? So that's because I made 1,550 on that day, right? So you're only allowed to make 1,500. Honestly, it's my mistake. I know that rule. I should just set my TP at 1,500, but it moves so fast. Like, even if you check the 1-minute candles here, it moves so fast. I was up like 1,500 within a few seconds. So honestly, I think, annoying, but that means I have to make $100 extra in this challenge, which is no big deal, but something you need to really keep an eye on, when you're doing your challenge. Now, I took the sells after this here from this close below here. These were insane sells that I took on my already passed account. And then I left this account because I can't trade more. Otherwise, I would have passed the account in 1 day here. So the next day, then we came in here and I didn't trade on, I traded the next day here and I took a $1,200 win. So recovered my loss, was up 1,000, then took another 1,200 win here. So that win was another buy, right, on this next day. So we pull back and I'm continuing that same higher time frame bias. If you're interested learning about my strategies, subscribe to my YouTube. Leave a like on this video if you enjoy me breaking down how I passed the challenge. Maybe can inspire you and show you that it's not about taking tons of trades, rushing it, just really focusing on taking your setup. The same way I passed the first challenge. If you watch the first challenge video, I passed with 100% win rate. I've got so many people telling me, bro, you just gambled. You just got lucky with that one. That's why, for me, I wanted to trade funded as well. But I also want to make this video to show that no, you don't have to gamble and it's not luck, right? It's just following a skill. I just literally bought 4 accounts, passed all 4, first try, right? And that's because I follow a skill and I took a loss in the beginning. So it's not like I had it easy again, 100%. No, took a loss, recovered the loss, still pass, start sticking to your plan. So if you're interested in learning, make sure to subscribe to the channel, follow me and stuff like that, and have a look at this stuff, because we're going to go over the entries here, but not super in depth because I don't want to make this a 50-minute long video. So maybe we do a webinar. Leave a comment, maybe a free webinar, leave a comment in the description. So looking here at this trade, same idea. I'm following the idea from yesterday, but I'm using this as a pullback to continue. Again, I'm limited by how much I can make. In here, I saw some 1 minute pulling back, so I closed at about a 1. So I risked again 2%, which is $1,000. Had my stop loss actually below here, and then I closed around 1,200 because I saw the 1 minute kind of failing here. And I just wanted to secure that profit, so I'm nice and up. Then actually I didn't find the trades for a few days. There's actually one day, it was on a Friday, I missed a trade here that I should have taken, and then I didn't trade for the next trade. I didn't take, like, we go from the 21st till the 2nd, man. I didn't trade for a while because I know the next trade I take was gonna be the trade that passed me. I also was pushing from the 21st to the 1st. I was pushing for my payout on my main account, so I would left the passing the challenge once. Also, the reason for the gap there is because I was pushing for payout on the past account and also on my main, because I trade my own capital. So I need to kind of prioritize, although this will be beneficial for me long term because I've increased my capital now in funding. I do also need to push stuff that's actually going to pay me, because even though I pass this, it will pay me in the future, it's not paying me now. So that's why I left it. And also I knew I just need one bullet. If I hit the target with that bullet, it's going to pass. So there's no rush. Everyone's in a rush. I passed this channel, bought it on 17th, I passed it on 2nd. It's like, not even 10 days. So it's really no rush. Today took this trade to pass the challenge, $800. That's all I need. I set TP at what I needed to pass the challenge. It was a very beautiful trade. So we can see I didn't trade all of this. Then I took this trade here, buy position here to fill up into here, set TP to where I needed to pass the challenge. Remember, I had to make $100 extra, so I should have needed to make less, but since I needed to make more, so you can essentially call this passing in 3 trades, exactly what I basically 3-4 trades, exactly what I did in the last challenge. Same methodology. Now we have max funding. So going forward here, I'm excited to have max funding. My plan for my max funding, so I use my first funding challenge just to see how the system works, set out all of that type of stuff, because you don't, like, I didn't want to buy all max funded and then make a mistake or learn something that is I haven't understood and then blow all those 5 accounts. It's okay to blow an account, guys. Don't criminalize blowing accounts. You guys need to learn, and I was definitely not scared to blow an account. So I allowed myself on my first account to be like, look, I don't care what happened because I want to see how the system works. So took a payout, but I took a payout early, okay, because I just want to see how that payout system works. Obviously, if I'm going to invest now I have to pay $150 to activate all these accounts. So if I'm going to invest money in, I want to make sure that their systems are working well. So my plan is, so that's why I scaled up now. My plan is to actually run the accounts a little bit higher. So I'm thinking to run the accounts to around 4K, pull out 2K, and then that will be 2K times 5. Now I have around 600 buffer on my other account. So if I can keep that going, 4K pull out, that will be an 8K payout total once I pull out 2K from each. If I pull 3K on each, then it'll be above a 10K payout. So I might push it, depends on your trades, yeah, it depends on your trades. If I push it to 6K, I could get above a 10K, but I'm not too focused on one big payout. I think stacking payout over long term has been the best for me. So probably around 4K, pull out 2K, leave that 2K buffer, and then start to run them up again and just rinse and repeat. Few new rules about when you can only withdraw above previous balance. So meaning if I have a balance here of 4,000, that was my balance, so 54,000, right? I started at 50, so now I have 54,000. If I pull out 2K, I need my balance to go back above 54,000 to pull another payout. So before, it could be a good methodology to maybe run your account to like 58K or maybe even 60K, take your max payout of 5K, and then you have 5K buffer, meaning you have 5K to lose before you blow your account. Then maybe you can earn another 1,000 or 2,000 and then pull out the 5K, right? Once you hit that $150 consistency rule. Now they changed that. Now your account balance has to be above. So you don't really have to run your account up too high. It's going to be more about consistency. So many people are not happy with that rule. Those are the people who don't really want to trade for consistency. Yeah, it's a little bit slower, but that's the name of the game for me for the longest amount of time, is taking things slower and stacking over time. It's always worked the best to stack over time. And that's going to be part of my funded portfolio, working on more funded portfolio. And yeah, look forward to this. So hopefully guys, you've enjoyed this video, give you guys some sort of motivation to, you know, actually go and push towards that, have a proper strategy, have a system that works, and just execute it. And it's easy. It's easy when you do it like that. I'm proving it. I've done it once. People said it was luck. I'm doing it again now. And showing you that I just bought it and I'm doing it for myself. I don't do anything for others. This is for myself. This is something I've wanted to do. I'm documenting it and sharing it so people can benefit. Use this as motivation to get better, and make sure you focus on the skills so it will be easy to pass. And don't worry about a loss in the beginning, right? This challenge was passed with a loss. Many people show you passing challenges, 2 trades, they just take wins and they try gamble their way through. So this loss, recovered, back up, which is hard with tight drawdown limits. So if you want to learn past YouTube, I don't have an exclusive group or anything open, but there is a contact form if you click the link where we used to have it. And if anything opens in future, you can, you know, just be on the list, I would say, for that, and maybe be part of us. So appreciate you watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you made it to the end of this video so far. In the comments, please do leave any questions you have so I can answer them. Many thanks for watching, guys. Take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.